happy to be here.
Vito kicks.
I'm on my way to the biggest party of the year. I just got over a hunk. Now I'm into geeks. I'm after that guy.
Hey, yeah, thanks. There, thanks. Well, I hope you guys are having fun. Your host, Vito Brevis, Mr. Brevis, is gonna have a show, big finale, big crazy, freaky, nutty thing he's got going there. So, and I want to apologize. I know I sort of came off a little abusively, and it's just because I hate you guys so much, or I wouldn't at all. But anyways, enjoy Vito's last gig. It'll be fun. It's really cool. It's freaky, and that's it. See you. All right. Okay. See you. Bye.
Amazing. Welcome back, everyone, to the mode event. We're on disc 2 of the third mode event. So, we're continuing on, seeing how this might be different from how we did it last time in the first mode event, since we never actually got to disc 2 on the second. Alright, no one else around here to talk to you right now. Let's head backstage, see what we might find. Now, last time, we saw that there was someone that was available to talk to right here.
Hi there. Are you in the show?
Right. Whoever this is, we did not actually get to speak to her much at all the first time, because she asked us if we were in the show, and the chat last time, being liars, said that yes, we were. And I guess she wasn't interested in talking to someone who was actually part of the show. So this time, the chat decided that we would tell the truth. We would tell her that we're not in the show. What are we doing back here then? I don't know. But we're going to let her know that we're not one of the performers. So we're going with red.
My God, this is one of the craziest setups that I've ever been called out for. I kind of wish I were out there partying, but it's wild enough back here. It's quiet here, considering. Jeez, I just had to get away from that turmoil. Did you see some of those acts? They are so bizarre. Oh, God. So, what are you up to? I can take a break if I want. I do have a minute or two. Did you want to talk?
Alright, so this is going in a different direction. She didn't walk away like last time because she had to go on. Rather, it seems that she's interested in talking with us. Maybe she doesn't want to talk to someone who's actually part of the show. She was talking about how bizarre the other act seems. Maybe she's put off by the other people that she's been seeing performing at the mode event. Maybe she's not used to this kind of scene that Vito Brevis commands. So, the chat was interested in speaking with the performer, and wanted to go green on this, wanted to be positive. So let's say yes. We would like if she could take some time and speak with us. We went with green.
Great, grab a seat, relax a bit.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Like we said, we wanted to go green. So yes, we will pull up a seat.
The strangest thing happened to me today. I had this dream that I was living on another planet, or maybe it was at the bottom of the ocean. Anyway, it was in the city, which was covered by this huge, clear dome, and it felt so safe and nice and peaceful. Anyway, I get up and I get ready to go out, and on my way out, I bump into my bookcase, and from one of the top shelves falls a book that I have from Buckminster Fuller. When it hits the ground, it opens up to a page with a picture in it, and it's a picture of a city and what it would look like if it were covered by a Fuller dome. I thought that was really weird. Anyway, I take the bus to get here, a different route from what I'm used to, and we go past the Agri Dome. You know, that big, the plastic greenhouse bubble? And then after that, on the same route, we go by this inflated tennis dome. And I get here, and everyone's wearing these little domes, and I'm thinking, this is all so strange. It's all really weird. Well, what do you think? I mean, do you believe in past lives and synchronicity? You know, that kind of stuff?
I don't know if this is how she opens all her conversations, but not really what we expected when we sat down to talk. She just completely opened up to us, started just going on and on about dreaming about domes, having a book with a dome in it, seeing domes on the way here, and then at the party, everyone's wearing domes. So she apparently thinks there's some kind of connection between all this, that that's not just a coincidence, that she's been seeing a lot of domes lately. The first dome in her dream was undersea. No mention, though, if she was dragged there by serpents that were once a dolphin but could also be a magician. Nothing about that. So, what do we think? Do we believe in any of that? The idea of what she called synchronicity? That perhaps all of these things could mean something? Or maybe it was just that she saw a bunch of domes and that doesn't actually mean anything at all. The chat decided that they were going to humor her. She's opened up to us and apparently believes in this kind of thing. So we're not going to put her down just yet. We'll go along. The chat wanted to go with green and say, yeah, sure. We believe in all that, all of those things that you just said. Yes.
I was reading this theory the other day about erotic attractors, and that maybe what we're searching through the flesh is our splintered soul fragments, and that these sexual messages that we send out, well, they work most effectively in showing our prospective mates that this is what we're really like inside, what our true souls are all about. But then maybe you're just the kind of person who believes in survival, breeding, and pheromones.
You know, she was talking about how bizarre the other acts are, but honestly, if she just walked out on stage and just started talking with the audience like this, it probably would be one of the weirder acts of the evening. So she's asking us a question: do we believe in this kind of spiritual attraction, or do we just think that, you know, love and sex is just this physical thing, this instinct that we have, or is there something more to it? The chat, I think, was getting a bit short with the performer, and thought that maybe we should stop humoring her for a little bit and just say that, you know, maybe we don't exactly share the beliefs that she's espousing right now. Maybe we just think that love is just sort of a physical thing and doesn't have the extra sensual aspect that she's talking about. So we went with red here.
No, of course not. I didn't think so. I could feel your warmth, and your aura is just sending tendrils, and it's touching mine, and it's so exciting.
Okay, so actually, when we went with red, we decided that we were agreeing with her. I'm not sure if that was actually how we intended to answer. But either way, we decided that we were going to agree with her, and that she is very happy to hear that she has found a kindred spirit, one who feels the tendrils all around, apparently. Tendrils, not serpents, coming from dolphins. So the chat, I guess, wanted to see where this might be going, so decided to go green, to have a positive response and just see just how far this conversation can go in this direction.
Damn. Oh, I gotta go. Jeez. I know. I'm feeling particularly mischievous today, and I think I'd rather take you and have a great time at the party. You want to go dancing? Yeah.
All right, so she's just saying, screw performing. That's what she was hired to do. She's not going to do it. She's at a party, and she would like to actually be in the party. So she's asking us if we want to go dancing. The chat was all over going dancing with the performer. So we went with green. Yes, we would like to go dancing.
Great. Let's go before someone comes looking for me.
Great. Yes, let's do that and go with green. All right, the chat was quite happy with this development. I believe this is the second person that we've gotten to dance with so far at the Mode event. The first time was with Mia, the first time around, and I guess the chat was looking forward to see if there was an option to go to the sauna. So they decided to go with green to see if that would open up. All right, so it looks like we're going off to a quiet place with the performer. And what am I thinking? This is the third person that we've gone dancing with. The second, of course, was the storyteller. And I wonder if our interaction with the performer will be as successful. I also kind of like that apparently this shot of the dance floor stopped at the edge of the set. Kind of looks like that wasn't supposed to go that far, but okay. We can see the edge of the set. Lovely. Let's go with green, as the chat was very enthusiastic about seeing where the performer wanted to go with us.
We really shouldn't be in here, you know that. Have a seat, relax.
What? No ice cube? This does look like the exact same room that we went with Storyteller, except no ice to aid the mood, I guess. The chat was very happy with how this was going, and they wanted to go green. What could possibly be happening? It looks like we were in the dark. And a door opened. And who opened that door?
You! I don't think so.
Oh no, it's the stage manager who's apparently very upset that we were messing around with one of his talent. Oh. And that just pops us back out to the backstage. So I guess us angering the stage manager before came back to haunt us as he interrupted our little tryst to throw us out. Well, I guess that could have gone better, but on the plus side, the party is still going. We did not miss the end of it like we did with the storyteller, so that's something, right? Except, I wonder if we didn't anger the manager, would our encounter with the performer have gone any better? Well, who can say? That was the decision we made earlier on, and that's what we have to stick by. That's what we have to live with. There are consequences to our actions. And as you can see, the conversation with the storyteller just went in a completely different direction this time around. With the performer. Though, like with the storyteller, we did not actually get her name at any point. But now that we're back in the party, and that's over with, let's keep walking around, see what else we can do. Okay. Vito's back at his booth. So, perhaps more talking can be done with Vito. The chat was very interested in going back to Vito and just seeing what was going on with him, what he had to say. Now, I think in the first stream, this was where we had to cut a conversation short with him because we had gone to the sauna with Mia. I think that was this conversation.
You again. Give me an update on your dance card.
That's right. In the first stream, he wanted an update on our dance card. We told him about Mia, and he was quite annoyed. However, we have not done anything with Mia this time. So we have spoken with a number of people, though of course the person we've gotten the closest to has been the storyteller. So we can probably assume that when we tell him about our dance card, we're going to be talking about her. The chat wanted to go with Green, so we will enthusiastically tell Vito what we've been doing at his party with that performer.
My. Aren't you the moral reprobate? I'd ask you to have sex with me, but I've been impotent for years. I can do something better, though. Come here.
Oh? Do tell, Vito! What is this thing that you can do that's better? Vito doesn't have too much shame when it comes to giving out information about himself, it seems. I mean, we really have not found too much else about him, but we know this one very private fact. So I guess we're getting closer. I guess we're becoming buddies with old Vito, that he feels that he can share that with us. The chat was a bit unsure about whether or not we should, about what the consequences would be of getting closer to Vito so he could show us what he could do that was better. But of course, Green won, as it had to, because regardless of what it is, after a line like that, we would have to see what exactly it is Vito can do. So we went with Green, of course. What else were we going to go with?
That's it. You know, I am Gnostic by tradition. It means that you can only know the divine through direct experience.
Okay, so this is a little different from what we've seen before. Not just Vito letting us in on his religious leanings, but in the lower right-hand corner, there's a new icon. That's the dome. We haven't seen that yet. The first time, in the first stream, we got the dome very late, so there really was no opportunity to do anything with it. We got it early on this time, but so far there was really nothing we could actually do with it, and Rial did imply that there was something that we could actually do with the dome. This is the first time, though, the option has appeared. So, when given the choice, what else were we going to pick? Of course we were going to pick the dome instead of an answer on the mood bar.
Aha! I see someone showing you how to use that thing. Just be careful where you point it. It's loaded.
Indeed. Well, now that we've clicked on it, our icon has changed to the dome. So, once again, we had the option of either clicking on the mood bar or maybe using the dome right between Vito's eyes. Well, I mean, what do you think the chat picked? Of course, they wanted to dome Vito right in his face, so let's do that.
Oh, very kind of you. Now let me return the favor.
Sure, let us have it.
Let us pray.
You can feel your circulation thrumming softly to the rhythm of the susurrating currents that seduce you from the air. If you listen very closely, you will hear your own arousal, like the whisper of the death blow that can take you unaware.
Okay, so that was something unexpected, an aspect of the mode event that no one had mentioned to us. That apparently the dome can do a thing. Rial hinted at that it can do a thing, but this is the first time we've seen it do its thing. Though what exactly that thing was, I don't think any of us know as of yet. But we zapped Vito, he zapped us back, and we saw something. The chat wasn't quite sure what to make of it. I kind of like the reaction here because there's this point where the chat, which was going very fast, paused for a few seconds and then started really going, as everyone was not quite sure what to make of what just happened. But we had our first dome experience, and with Vito Brevis, the host no less. So this brings up a question of, can we have these dome experiences with anyone else? And if we do, would they be as intense as Vito's? Because Vito does seem like an intense guy. He does seem like he has an interesting mind. And what we just saw seemed to be a product of that interesting mind. What experiences could we have with anyone else? So this opens up a whole different level of interaction in mode. And now that we have the dome, and now that we know this is possible, we might want to think about that from now on when we speak to people, if we can get close enough to have one of these little shared dome experiences. At this point, however, in the stream we had a problem. I had been saving periodically. However, at this point we had a bug where when I tried to save the game, it crashed. And then I had to do this Vito conversation all over again, saved, and then the game crashed again. And I found that because of the game I was loading from, for some reason a bug had been generated where every time I saved from that point on, the game crashed. So we had to keep on going without saving. We were working without a net, and if the game crashed from this point on, we really could do nothing about it. So we had to hope that the game would not crash before we could finish the third mode event. So we continued going on in the hopes that everything would go okay. We looked around the room, and that's odd. During the stream, the cop was right there. He's not there now. However, it didn't make a difference because we couldn't talk to the cop once again. For some reason, even though we were now his friend and his agent, we couldn't speak with him. Which struck me as strange and struck everyone in the chat as strange, because surely we would want to report to him and tell him what we found out so far. But we couldn't, and looks like as I'm recording this now, we still cannot. He's not there. So as for what we're supposed to do to report any information to our cop friend, that still is unknown, though the chat was very interested in trying to find a way to talk with him, to tell him what was going on. But we continued moving, and we found the fortune teller. We had the fortune teller's conversation in the first stream, so let's see if this goes any different.
I saw you. I know you. We've never met. But are you aware of the powers that you have?
Oh yeah, we are now. The first time we weren't so sure, but now we know that we have this metal thing on our finger that gives us some kind of weird power of interaction, whatever that is. We still don't really know how it works, but we know that we can do it. So the chat decided that yes, we would go with green. We are full of superpowers, and we know all about them, fortune teller.
Of course you are. How could you not be? Such an astonishing thing you are engaged in. And it seems with just the littlest twitch you can twist the fate of people you don't even know. You're like a god, aren't you? But how are you acting? Like a god or a child?
Chat decided we were acting like some kind of child god. Well, it can be both. So we went with blue on that answer.
Wait. Let us take this moment to consult the Oracle. Ask a question of the future.
So again, asking a specific question seems difficult due to us being able to talk in colors. The chat decided that they were going to go with red. Maybe a more aggressive, negative-toned question, I guess. Maybe that's how we interpret that. So we went with red, and to see what kind of result we get from that from the Oracle.
The cast is Ta Chuang, thunder over heaven, the power of the great. You step without error, and your strength is through perseverance. You do not need my help. Good luck.
Once again, the fortune teller decides that we do not need her help. I wonder if it's possible for her to decide that we do need our help. And if we did, what form would that help take? I mean, this answer really doesn't mean anything more than it did the first time. There's really no indication of what that means, so the chat just decided that we would humor her, go along, nod, go with green.
So, are you going to watch me perform?
The first time around we did. And we saw her get up on stage, give a little poem and sing. The chat, however, this time decided that no, we're not going to watch you perform. How about that? What do you think about that? We're not going to watch that.
It's true. It might affect your exalted opinion of me after these few golden moments we've shared together.
That seemed a little sarcastic. I think she might be hurt. We might have hurt her feelings that we said that we were not going to watch her perform. The chat decided that they wanted to lean into that and try to hurt her feelings some more, so we continued on with red.
That's nice. Really very sensitive. There is something in your eyes. I must go now. I'm going to ask about you. I shall be gone for a while. Maybe I'll see you later.
And she's gone into some kind of meditation state. She seemed to be a little upset at us at the end there. Is she actually going to be asking about us, or is she just trying to get us to go away, as it seems like this conversation has gone sour? The chat decided, however, that we were going to try to continue on the conversation, and they went with green. Oh. No response at all. I think she's ignoring us. I think that she just does not want to talk to us anymore. The chat decided that we were just going to give her the same treatment. We're going to go with blue. Just want to sit there and stare at her and see who breaks first.
What is it you want?
That's a different tone of voice. I think that she's really serious about us going away at this point. The chat, however, decided that we were going to continue to try to ask her questions, I guess. I'm not really sure how we answer what do you want with colors, but we went with green.
Shiva is not in right now, so leave a message at the sound of the Om.
Yeah, it looks like that she wants us to go away. The chat decided, however, that they did not like this being brushed off, and they went with red, though that actually ended up not doing anything, because the conversation is just over at this point.
I'm pickled, folks. I don't understand is that you guys are, man. You know, and then this guy, he's all, you know, and whatever, you know, and what? I'm gonna go. I gotta pee. I'm gonna go.
Life full of opinions. You like this, you like that. Too big, too small, too tiny, too tall. I think it's all about what is within you. So I sing. You wanna be the perfect one, you're losing. You know you wanna be so blind when choosing that you're gonna waste your time. You'll see, you'll see. Such a cheap illusion.
Oh, so I guess we did watch Shiva perform, after all, even after we told her we wouldn't. Though we did get a different perspective. When we said we would watch her perform, we got an up-close view of the performance, and this time we were just standing back as usual. Okay, so, it seems like that's enough for this time around at the Mode event. It was an interesting one. Interesting time we had today. We made good friends with that performer backstage. That conversation went very differently. We talked to Vito and found out that the Dome can do something rather special, though what exactly that was is yet to be determined. Maybe then we should try to think about talking with Ed next time we have the choice. Try to get in with him, since Rial did say he invented the Dome, so he would be the one who really knows how it works and what exactly that was that we just saw. But for right now, we don't know. So, I'll see you next time at the Mode event, and see if we can dome anyone else. See you then.